Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster, here on Bridgebase Online. Last time, we've been doing, the advanced ones somewhat quickly. We've been doing some episodes of like 10 advanced, some episodes of like 5 experts, and dipping into world-class ones when I feel I have the strength. But in the advanced track, we're on to A-21, so let's start there. What's going on? I need 10 tricks. I have 5 hearts, 2 spades, and 2 diamonds. That's 9. I need to find a 10th somewhere. Not getting it in clubs. The obvious place is diamonds. I mean, maybe there could be some squeeze involving spades, but probably not. So the obvious thing is, what if diamonds are are 3-3? Then after we play ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, lose a diamond, our last diamond will be a winner. But if the diamonds are 4-2, then that won't work. So we'd like to retain that possibility while also working in some others. Most notably would be, what if we could rough the last diamond? Definitely win this. Well, I was going to say definitely win with the king. Yeah, I want the ace as an entry to lead up to a diamond, I think, in case East is... I feel like, haven't we had this very similar problem before? I don't know. So we cash this. And now there's a few things we could do before cashing any more hearts. We have to figure out, like, really we shouldn't have cashed any before thinking things through, but I believe I can afford one. We could try ducking a diamond at this point. Then win the return, cash, cross to a spade after making sure there's only one trump left. Cross to a spade, lead up to the remaining diamond honor. If East roughs... Oh, that just doesn't work because then we'll have lost 4 tricks. Okay, so ducking a diamond here, no good. I think, therefore, we should... Oh, wait a minute. What? How do I set up to... Oh, I guess... Okay, we can cash 1 diamond. And now lead up 2 diamonds. So in case East has 5-1... East has 1 diamond because diamonds are 5-1. We're still okay. He can't rough our winner. Yeah. And now I can comfortably duck 1. I don't mind. Go ahead and win your diamond. I'll rough this diamond with the queen, and the rest of my hand is good. Yes, so it was realizing that the 5-1 is what I have to protect against, not the 4-2. I finally understood what I was supposed to do in diamonds then. Yes, so important to cash exactly 1 diamond before crossing over and leading up. And you need to make sure there are at least two hearts left in dummy at that time, because otherwise the person with the singleton diamond could rough in and draw dummies. Actually, would that happen? Yeah, in a different layout. Let's actually redeal this one and see what goes wrong. I think the issue is if East has 4 hearts and 1 diamond. We cash. Yeah, I think that's when we would have problems. Let's try that. Or it doesn't matter how many he has, does it? If I let the ace get roughed, I'm just toast. Yeah, that's the point. Or the king, of course. We could afford to draw 1 heart here, and that is slightly safer, which is what it did in the first line, but this is fine. So, yeah. Oh, right, the question is, why can't you afford to draw 2 trump here? before leading up. And the answer, I think, is what if East has 4 of them, and if one player, I guess East, has 4 hearts and is short in diamonds. Oh no, that's not why. The problem is, now, if diamonds are 4-2 even, whoever wins it can just draw trump. Yeah, see, that's the issue. So how does this show up in my... Does this show as a failed? I see. So if I redeal in the middle, it saves my most recent result. And redealing in the middle counts as an incomplete result. Okay, so let's just finish this deal one more time so it shows up as a star in my results and I don't get confused in the future. Cash 1 heart for good measure. We also, by the way, can't use the Queen of Hearts as a dummy entry because we need to make sure we can rough the diamond high. Okay, I think we've thoroughly explored this hand and don't need Fred's advice. We're in 3 no trump. So it's very natural with a spade holding like this to duck, because it guarantees you 2 spade tricks, right? If East has the king, he'll have to play it, and then you have the queen 10. Or if East doesn't have the king or chooses not to play it, then you get to win the queen, or maybe even the 10, and then the ace later. 2 tricks for sure. Whereas if you leave the suit by yourself, that isn't a guarantee. However, here, losing a spade would lead to disaster if we do it right now, I think. Because I only have 2 spade stoppers, and the opponents have 2 club stoppers. If I just play it cool in spades, then East is going to win the second spade. Win the first club and put another spade through for West. And then West will win the second club. The defense will get 2 clubs and 3 spades. Well, so I guess, okay, maybe more to the point. If spades are 4-3, I can't be touched, right? Actually, is that true? Uh-oh. So if I just jump on the ace here and then lead on clubs, I'm in quite a bit of danger because East could win the first club and put a spade through the queen 10, right? Then they could take 3 spades and 2 clubs quite easily. If I play low, I'm fine as long as spades are 4-3 because they can only take 2 spades and 2 clubs. However, if spades are 5-2, I could be in some peril. So I think the point is, I'm going to play low here, and I bet East is going to play the jack. We know from the lead of the 7 that East has only 1 spade higher than the 7. We talked before about the rule of 11. Well, maybe I didn't talk about it explicitly. If you lead your 4th best card in a suit, which is what defenders usually agree to do, the other 2 players, ideally your partner, but often also declarer, can get a quick check of how many cards higher than the 7 are higher than your lead are outside your hand. If you subtract the lead from 11, it yields how many cards outside your hand are higher than this. So in this case, 11 minus 7, there are 4 cards higher than the 7 not in West's hand. I see 3 of them. East must see 1 of them and therefore can conclude that I see 3 of them. But what this means is East can only have 2 cards that matter to me. Either the king or the jack, or maybe in some world neither. But I can play low here, and indeed, it's the jack. It's very natural to play the queen on this, but the point of this deal is to not do that. Because if the suit is 5-2, what you would like to do is make sure that East can only lead a spade now and can't lead a spade after winning a club. And I still have 2 spade stoppers anyway, right? West has the king, I have the queen 10, and the ace is over there. So now we win our spade, and when East gets in with a club, he can't continue spades if they're 5-2, which of course on this deal they will be. If spades were 4-3, he could continue, but that would be fine. I'd just be losing 2 spades and a club. Now West wins his spade club honor and clears the spades, but the defense aren't going to get in again. I have the rest. Of course, we could still go down if West had the ace and king of clubs, but we're kind of dead in that case no matter what. So, hope for the best. Play your outs, as they say. Next deal. Oh, a 12-trick contract. What are we doing here? Is this... Oh, no, this is simpler than that. This is a good one for counting your tricks. Don't count your losers, count your winners. How many winners do we have? Well, certainly in hearts and clubs, we have 2. Diamonds, we have 3. That's 5. We need 7 more tricks. So that could be... I mean, it's pretty hard to imagine where you get 7 tricks from, except by roughing a bunch, right? And noting that all of our spades are higher than all of the opponent's spades, we can rough with impunity. Opponents won't be able to over-rough. So every time you try to take a rough, it's going to work. Which means if we want to, we can score all 8 of our spades separately. As 8 separate tricks, right? Rough hearts 4 times, rough clubs 4 times. And indeed, we have enough hearts and clubs for that to happen. So if we take those 8 tricks we have in trump and add the 2 tricks in the red, the round suits, we call them hearts and clubs, because the diamonds and spades are pointy. So 8 and 2, we only need 2 diamond tricks. So the point of this deal is to cash those 2 diamond tricks that you need right away. But don't try to cash a third. If this ace of diamonds holds up, then great. We've got 5 tricks and a cross rough for 8 more is 13. But we don't need 13. We only need 12. Now if we try to rough a club, try to win a diamond and somebody roughs and leads trump, that costs us 2 tricks. We're down from 13 to 11. Because not only are we not winning this diamond, we're not getting 2 tricks out of these 2 spades. We're only getting 1 when they draw trump and don't let us rough. So instead... Oh, wow. And hearts and clubs are both 6-1, huh? Okay, sure. Maybe a little unrealistic, but it could happen. And then at the end, we're going to lead a diamond, and they're both going to have to rough it. They're having to under-rough some of this stuff as well, of course. Hey! So that's the story. Count how many tricks you have. It was very easy to come up with 8 tricks here, and so making sure to only try for 2 diamonds is important. What are we in? 4 hearts. 1, 3, 4. Okay. Jack is somewhat suspicious, isn't it? Ah, I see. So on this hand, we have 5 hearts. A club is 6. We need 4 diamonds. Easy enough. Just lose the queen and you'll have 4 more, right? Well, not so fast. What if you lose a club, a diamond, and 2 spades before you can manage to take those 4 diamonds? Then you will be in some trouble. So the point of this deal is, it's fine to lose tricks to east, but if you lose a trick to west, west may switch to a spade, and the king is quite vulnerable. If east has the ace, and west leads a spade, you'll lose 2 spades right away, right? Whether you play the king or not, east will capture the king with the ace. They'll take 2 spades, a club, and then if you get the diamonds wrong, a diamond as well. But losing a trick to East is fine. He can't lead spades, or you'll get the king, and that'll be your 10th trick. So the important thing on this deal is to make sure every time you lose a trick that it's to West, to East. So we put the jack in. And when the queen is played, say, okay, enjoy. You can't afford to play the ace here, because then, if we later lost a diamond trick to East, East could play a low club, West could win, let's say, the king, and then put a spade through. By letting the defense win their club trick at a time when you can be sure it's East who wins it, you can ensure that West doesn't have a club entry to his hand. So we just draw trump, sure, in 2 rounds. I think it's actually, yeah, it's safe to play the ace here. It doesn't matter, but it's fine. East wins the queen, but he can't do any more than cash the ace of spades. He can't get to West to lead it ever, so we're fine. Draw 1 more trump just in case. Okay, they're still out. Good to know. So Fred should have a good diagram of what would happen if we made the mistake of winning the club with the ace. Keep West off lead. Don't let West on lead. Yep. Cover with the jack. When East covers, you have to duck. Indeed. And then it describes what I actually did. Oh, I thought you might have a nice diagram of showing what would happen if you won the ace trick 1. But the idea would be club to the jack, queen, ace. You'll be in similar trouble if you duck trick 1, by the way. East will also duck. And then West will either remain on lead and put a spade through right away, or you'll win the ace and West will get on lead later. So you have to duck. If you put in the jack, queen, ace, then when you lose a diamond, East will cross to his partner in clubs for a spade through. Another 12-trick contract. Look familiar? We played one very much like this 2 hands ago. What is different about this? Isn't this the same? The difference is they've led a spade. They've led trumps. Which means we can only win 7 trump tricks. Win 1 and then cross rough 6. So we need 5 tricks from outside. Meaning an ace, and we have to cash all 3 clubs. And we should do all of that before doing any cross-roughing, of course, so that they can't discard a club on while we're roughing hearts, for example, and then later rough our club tricks. So that's a rule of thumb. It's not always correct, but generally speaking, if you're going for a cross-rough, you should first cash your side suit tricks so that opponents can't discard while you're roughing and then deny you the tricks that you thought you could win in the side suits. So simple enough. This is just telling you, make sure to count how many tricks you actually have. If you need that 3rd club, then you should cash it. Unlike the previous time, we didn't need it. Okay, there was some actual lively bidding here, right? East bid a spade and West bid 2 spades. Okay. A spade is being led. Ooh, I haven't looked at the rest of the hand, but looking at this spade suit, I predict we're going to be playing low here. It's just the kind of holding that comes up in problems/puzzles. And this is another avoidance hand lesson, I think, right? Danger hand, avoidance play, whatever. Same thing. When there is a danger hand, you make an avoidance play. We have, in some sense, plenty of tricks, right? We have 4 diamonds, sure. We have 5 clubs. After losing the ace, we can take 5. That's 9. We can take a spade eventually, and we can take a heart. We don't even need the heart finesse, right? The problem is, they may force you to take the heart finesse before you're ready. What if we play the king of spades at trick 1, and East switches to a heart? We'll say, okay, I'm not planning to take the heart finesse. I'm going to jump on the ace. Because you're planning to pitch one heart on the spade that you've already set up and another heart on a diamond. You don't want to play any more than one round of hearts. So you jump on the ace. In fact, we can... why do I talk through this stuff? I can just show you. Here's what'll go wrong. He's going to put a heart through. And maybe I jump on the ace, planning to pitch all my hearts. And then I draw trump so that I can comfortably do that without opponents roughing any of my stuff. East wins the ace and plays another heart. And it's like, oh no, I haven't gotten rid of my hearts yet, and now they've taken 3 tricks. So that doesn't work. A similar thing will occur if you try putting in the queen here. You say, well, they're leading hearts. I guess I need that finesse. West might win, and then you have to lose a spade, a heart, and a club. No good. So what you're supposed to do instead is play low here. You don't mind losing a trick as long as it's to West, because West can't lead hearts here. And East, sure, East could hop on the ace of spades if he wanted to lead a heart through, but then we cross the dummy with diamonds and pitch both hearts on spades before touching trump. That way the opponents won't get a chance to lead hearts before we've gotten rid of them all. And on this heart return, we're careful not to finesse. We jump on the ace. There you go. So they're out of trump. And now we only have one pitch for the hearts, right? The diamond, the 4th diamond. But we know that East has the ace of spades. Nobody's leading the jack here without the ace. And furthermore, East is the one, while no one's leading a jack while holding the ace. Furthermore, East is the one who bid them. So we can lead the king of spades. When East plays the ace, we rough it. And the queen is still a winner, right? We didn't have to play the king or queen on the first trick, because we could still set up the second honor after that. And we finally get to pitch this troublesome heart. Great. Next deal. 2 spades, 6 spades. Whew. Should be quite a hand over there. Interesting. This is kind of funny, actually. So there was one, I forget if it was in the advanced section or the intermediate section. Probably intermediate, right? About how to handle a suit when you're missing only 2 cards, including the king. And the rule of thumb is, generally, you should not finesse. You're more likely to find a singleton king than a doubleton king. And so here, we should not finesse, right? Well, not quite. That's all in isolation. We have this issue where there are 2 possible losers we might ever have, diamond and spade. Right? We might lose 1 trick in each of those 2 suits. However, if we can eliminate all of the outstanding hearts, well, I should say, my hearts and clubs, and then lead spades, we're confident of making the contract even before I see West follow here. If we back up a bit, right now, when this doesn't get roughed, which obviously would be very unlikely, right? Someone would have to have an 8-card hard suit for that to get roughed. Now the contract is certain. We lead the spade and play low. If East shows out, great. We've managed to not lose a spade. If East follows, also great. He's going to have to lead something, and he's not going to be happy about it. He tries a diamond, or a heart. We discard a diamond and rough. A club would have been the same, and if he let a diamond, well, the ace, king, jack are going to take 3 tricks then. So this is in some sense a lesson about, don't just consider suits in isolation. Sure, holding 11 cards missing the king, you should generally not finesse. But here, losing a trick to east is a valuable thing to be able to do if you can time it right by drawing out all the hearts and clubs first. Or exhausting yourself of hearts and clubs. 1 no, 2 hearts. Wow, God, this was... When this puzzle was written... I mean, transfers are older than that, aren't they? The 90s? Surely they were using transfers before that. But okay. The Bridgemaster puzzles are written mostly to focus on declare play. Not at all to instruct you about modern bidding methods, right? And so everyone just plays very simple natural systems, more or less. Here, you know, in the oldie days, 2 hearts meant let's just play 2 hearts. These days it doesn't mean that, but the Bridgemaster lessons are from a... Either were actually written in such a time, or they're kind of period pieces of a sense. Written about as if they took place in that time. So 2 hearts was showing hearts, not spades, as it would today. Anyway, that's all beside the point. I mean, it's not really, because it tells us a lot about the outstanding cards, right? We have to understand the auction to understand what to do, which is why in Real Bridge, you're always authorized to ask your opponents what their bids mean, and they're required to tell you. So, we're in 3 spades, and whenever an opponent makes a no-trump bid, well, opener makes a no-trump bid, you have a very clear idea about the point count that they have, right? In modern days, 1 no-trump is usually agreed to show 15 to 17 points. There are pairs who like to play it weaker, but you know it's also a narrow range, like 12 to 14 is the second most popular. Either way, it's a very narrow range. So you can count your own cards. I have, 13 points. Dummy has 7. That's 20. West has about 16. So East has about 4. Both of those numbers are give or take 1. But okay. There's 1 point. So already we're narrowing down quite a bit on what... Oh, really? East has the ace and jack of hearts. So that's the 4 points we expected him to have, plus the 1 that was like a question mark. We found all 5 of East's points. We now know West has every outstanding ace, king, queen, or jack. This is a little annoying. I guess I have to rough low here, right? Is there some world where roughing high would make sense? I sort of expect I'll get over-roughed, whatever I do. Could I pitch a diamond here? Does that make any sense? I don't think it does. The obvious conclusion to this hand is some end play against West, forcing him to give up one of his trump winners. But how do we actually arrange that? I mean, pitching a diamond doesn't accomplish anything. Roughing with the queen. West has to over-rough with the king. Maybe he doesn't even have to do that. At the table, I would probably just rough with the 6 here and say, well, I'll figure out what's happening, but... Bridgemaster only lets the right play work, so we have to figure out ahead of time whether this play is right or not. Which is, of course, what you should do at the table. But so over rough with, let's say, the 10. Exit clubs, of course. I mean, okay, here. I'm going to rough this. Oh, he follows. Okay. Well, that makes things easier. I'm fairly sure that I want to rough a club to shorten my trump holding, to make it easier to end play West. And then I think I just play ace of diamonds diamond, right? West is going to be on lead. And probably exit a diamond or something. A club, okay. See, this isn't going to work, is it? East is going to... No, East is going to overruff with the 10. Yeah, see, this doesn't work. And now I'm dead. West's king, jack of spades are going to get me. So something went wrong there. So we rough this. Now what? Do we lead the queen here? Maybe we do. Because I can afford to lose a spade and a diamond. But this looks like losing 2 spades, right? So this doesn't make sense. Right? If I lead another spade now, it's just going to be like, oh, the 10, and then they're going to win the jack as well as diamond. Like that does not work. That's why leading the queen is no good. Oh, is this some, like, is this an intra-finesse? Does that make sense? I have the right holding for it, I guess. Now lead the queen, pinning East's 10? Yeah. Okay. I don't quite understand why that's the right idea here. Like, I understand mechanically how to do it, and that it can work, like, but why is it the most likely thing to work? Like, what if West has king jack of spades, doubleton? We would play low to the 6, jack, and then lead the queen back, king, but the 10 wouldn't fall. So why is this right, Fred? West could have doubleton, king of jack. Yeah. 4 spades missing the 10, in which case lead the queen. Yeah, I tried that earlier. The intra finesse is best. West has king third. King jack X. It works. Yeah, there are 2 holdings where it works. Otherwise, you catered only 1. Yeah, see, I'm not so good at suit combinations. It's like I understand the principles, but I'm not good at applying them. Okay. Anyway, I guess Fred was about to explain what an intra finesse is and why it works. I already know that, but I guess like I should have let you watch. The point is, low... When you're missing 3 cards in a suit, 1 high one, and 2 lower ones touching, like here, the king and the jack 10 surrounding your queen, you can handle, like, a doubleton 10 over here, basically. Or doubleton jack, but in this case we know it's not doubleton jack. By leading low and then playing one of your, you know, your card that would force one of their lower cards, and then leading your middle card, pinning the other lower card. So here, 2, low, 6, jack, queen pins the 10, and the king is trapped. So that's the general technique called the intra-finesse, and recognizing that it was right here was beyond me, I guess. This looks like we should duck a diamond, right? In case the suit is 5-0. 6, 7 tricks outside diamonds. We only need 5. The greedy line for the most diamonds possible would be to play ace, king, queen. If the suit is 3-2, we'll take all the diamonds. And if not, well, then we'll be kind of toast. You can improve on that a little bit by leading a low diamond to the 10. And that way, if West has jack 4th, you're still fine. But better still is to duck, because that's the only way you can handle a 5-0 split, is to discover, oh my gosh, West has all 5 of them, and after ducking, I still have to finesse. If you finesse first, great, you won the trick, but now you can't get enough diamonds. You can cash the ace, king, queen, but neither the 3 nor 2 will win. Right? You can cash, I'm not even going to do it, but you can cash the ace, king, queen, and then exit a diamond, setting up the other diamond, but you can never get back to it. This is why it's important to duck first. On any 4-1 split, you're fine now. Just cash ace, king, queen. The 5-0 split is what you're protecting against. And since we found out there is a 5-0 split, we do take the finesse and score 5 diamond tricks. Not much to say about that I haven't already said, I think. Ooh, a lot of bidding to get to this contract. Just by us, though, so it doesn't tell us much about the opponents. We're in 4 hearts. Oh, I love hands like this. So we have 6 heart tricks, and a spade is 7. A diamond is 8. We can easily get a 9th trick by like playing the jack of diamonds, and then the queen of diamonds will be a winner because the jack forces the ace. But that's only 9. We could try to ruff a diamond, but the defensive led trump. So as soon as we let them in with a diamond, they'll lead another trump, and there go our ruffs. We could lead a low diamond toward... Okay, we will be drawing trump ourselves, therefore. We could lead after drawing trump, we could lead a low diamond towards the jack, and anytime West has the king, we'll make the contract. Because the jack will win, and the ace will pitch one of our other losers. However, there is a better approach. The idea is to lead, after we've now drawn trump, you lead the queen of diamonds. No, wait, I screwed it up. I fricked it. Redeal. It's actually important we not draw trump. If we lead the queen of diamonds, the defense is in a quandary, right? They can either win this, as they've chosen to do, and lead a trump, but then we can draw trump, and an extra just in case I miscounted, and the jack of diamonds is a winner on which we can use which lets us get to the club to pitch a spade. And now we're losing a spade and a diamond, but that's plus the diamond we already lost. But that's it. And that's our 10 tricks. If the defense ducks that trick, then we play ace of diamonds, diamond, ruff. That's why it's important to maintain the 2 diamonds over there. So hopefully Fred mentions this. Looks like they'll be able to stop the diamond ruff. Play the queen of trick 2. If they win the king, you get to the jack of diamonds. If you win the queen, now you can play ace of diamonds ruff. Drawing trump first was very sloppy. So don't do that. And that's A-30. We did it in just 40 minutes. I'm getting faster. Mostly because I'm skipping the explanations and not talking quite so much through the easy ones. But, some of them, I missed one. I got one wrong in A-28, right? I mean, I think I got a couple, small mistakes. But then A-28, it took me forever to find the right idea. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.